Okay, so just the main thing to quickly review here is these tied notes happening within the bar. So yes, that's definitely a thing, and that happens to help easily see where all the individual beats are. So this way you can clearly see that's beat number 1, that's beat number 2, that's beat number 3. As you see here in the highlighted section, you don't play anything on the downbeat of 3, but you do come in on the upbeat of 3. So the upbeat of 2 is tied over into the downbeat of 3. And then that's clearly beat number 4. And just anytime that you feel you're not quite hitting the rhythm for anything that you're doing, say it first. So say it before you play it. Say it without the metronome first, so you can kind of get familiar with where things are, and then put the metronome on, and then count along with the metronome, and then start strumming along with the counting and all that. So, as usual, every time it's a down beat, you have a down stroke. Every time it's an upbeat, you have an upstroke. Make sure you continue to keep your hand moving down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up the whole time. So this way, when it comes time to hit the upstroke, you're ready for that. And when it comes time to hit the downstroke, you're ready for that too. So you never, ever want to pause your hand mid-strum, or else that can cause trouble. All right. So here we are at 60 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 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 4, 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 4. Done. Alright, 90 beats per minute example. Remember, keep doing what you've been doing every day, 60 to 65, 70, 75, until you get to 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4. 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 Done. And the goal speed of 120. Top speed, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 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 4. Done. Alright, on to number 2. Alright, so same strum pattern, just different chord progression. 60 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 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 4. Boom. 90 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 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 4. 120. Top speed for you. A 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 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 4. Done. Alright, back to 60 beats per minute. On to number 3. Okay, new strumming pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 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 3, 4. Done. Alright, 9 beats a minute. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 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 3, 4. Done. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 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 3, 4. Done. Yes, having to yawn mid-count. Now, I wonder how often that happens with professional singers. They're on stage, they're in a concert, and they have to yawn or burp or cough or sneeze when they're singing. Maybe that's when they hold the microphone out to the crowd like, you do it! I go Anyway. Alright, number 4, new strumming pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 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 1. So I was thinking something that might feel tricky is going from chord to chord here, because you do your upstroke and then the downstroke, so you gotta sync your hands up that way. But you did do this a bit last week, especially with that last one that you did from last week, because a lot of times you were hitting an upstroke on the upbeat of the bar at the end, so the upbeat of beat number 4, and then switching chords. So you were doing that already, so you've done this, so keep that in mind. So it's definitely doable. So yeah, you gotta just sync up the up down strokes with chord changes there, but you can do it, you've done it, and you'll do it again. So here we go. 90 beats per minute, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 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 done. Goodness, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Blah. All right, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 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 done. Okay. So on to the last one, number 5, the extra challenging one. So technically, this is nothing you haven't done. The only thing that's kind of weird is you're doing the chord change after you hit an upstroke. So you hit the upstroke. I guess I should come down a little bit there. So you hit the upstroke here, and then you hit another upstroke here. So you got your up, up. So if you need to practice something like that, that's fine. Just you have your upstroke, upstroke, and you like go back and forth between those two. Up, 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 up. Just make sure that you go down all the way for the, you can call it the ghost downstroke. Ghosted because you're not actually hitting anything. But in order to do multiple downstrokes, you're always having to do an upstroke that doesn't hit. So in order to do multiple upstrokes, you always have to do a downstroke that doesn't hit. So nothing totally new here. It's kind of like just like a slight tweak to things that you've done in the past. So that's what's happening there in the highlighted section. You got your upstroke, ghosted downstroke to an upstroke, and you're switching the chord. You can do it this way again. So something like that can be helpful. Any of the chord changes here, like going between the G5 to C5. So anything like that. Hopefully that makes sense. If you need more clarification with that, let me know. But here's the whole thing at 60 beats a minute. Just one last thing. Now remember, so this last B5 chord here. Come on, there we go. That guy. When you do the repeat, let this ring out over the downbeat of beat 1. So only pay attention to that 8th note rest symbol when you begin this. So when you do the repeat, go ahead and let this B5 chord ring out over the downbeat of beat 1 and then continue on. So you are about to hear how it should sound. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 done. Alright, 90 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 done. And last, 120 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, and done. All right. Well, as usual, if you have any questions whatsoever, please let me know. And have a good holiday. I will see you again a week from tomorrow.